Hey everybody, I am doing another Sketchbox unboxing because I've let them accumulate over the months. I have 3 again because I just haven't been filming and they're still getting sent to me, and I'm undecided if I want to stick with Sketchbox or if I'm just going to stop doing the subscription boxes. I still need to figure that out, but it's been a long time since I reached out and asked to discontinue doing this series, and then I don't think they saw my email and I kept getting them. So I'm just gonna keep doing this. And I also want to finish my sketchbook. That will be finished probably within the next month and show you a tour of it. I've barely used it, but it's from a bunch of weeks and a bunch of different, I don't know, a lot of it is old and I don't really remember what's in it, so it'll be fun for me to go through it as well, but I want to finish it with these supplies. So I'm gonna open them in this video and we'll see what we get and if I want to sketch with them. So let's start with this nice owl one. So in here we have another brush. I like these brushes. It's wrapped up. Another pigment liner. Oh, it's a chisel tip. That's always nice. I swear I have one of these pencils already. The thing about these boxes is they're good for a few months, and then after a while, you start to kind of get repeats of stuff you've already gotten many times in the past. So that's why I kind of don't really want to do them anymore and I want to focus on other things, but they're here, so I thought I would open it. And they even have their own brand of stuff. That's pretty cool. This is a cotton watercolor pad, 140 pounds, cold pressed. Ooh, I actually oh, this is Sketchbox on it. See, it's cool when it's branded. I don't know why. It's just a little novelty thing. It's always good to have palettes like this. And then I get these inks. Ooh, this looks kind of dried up. I get these inks and I just never use them for anything. Ooh. I want to know where they get their stickers made because they're pretty good quality. Acrylic ink. So we got, ooh, so it's an inking box. What was this box about? The premium box, acrylic ink, artist. I feel like they simplified this. I want to try out a different company, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, I've never had a Copic original. That's actually pretty cool. I've never had this kind of Copic marker. It's a long sticker. That's pretty cool. Who makes these? That's actually really cool. I like that a lot. Marker paper. I don't really like marker paper. Oh, it's more of the Bristol board kind. This would be fun to try. The ink is kind of messy and I don't want to get my desk all... Ooh, wait, this has other colors in it too. Okay, let's try these out. This is feels like a permanent marker. I love markers like this, just big, bold. They're so fun for sketching. They don't have brush nibs, but honestly, I don't really care about that anymore. Just use whatever. Because to me, markers are more of oh, it's such a juicy marker. There's so much ink in this one. It's such a nice purple. This is kind of close to the color my hair is right now. This is a Copic. Does it feel any different? Yeah, nice and light. The good thing about Copics is that they come in really light colors, and I find other marker brands don't come in light colors, and it's always the thing you're missing, because you'll find a nice cheap marker brand and it's oh, I actually like these and they're so much cheaper than Copics, you don't need Copics, but then they don't have any light colors. They're all really, really bright or really dark, and sometimes not even that dark. Colorless blender. I want to do a whole sketchbook page with these, but I'm gonna have to protect the other side. Actually, yeah, it's fine. It's just really juicy. It doesn't absorb in right away. See that? Ooh, it smells weird. I usually use Express It blending card. I have so much of that left from when I was a kid. Teenager, I guess, in high school. Oh yeah, this is a cool box. It's just markers. I think this is all it came with, right? Just these. And this long marker. So cool. I don't really want to test the ink because I've tested ink before. I know what ink does. These are the primaries. It's like, oh, there's big chunk of dog hairs. I have a new dog and, well, we've almost had her a year, like half a year or more. And she sheds. They're pretty liquidy. Oh, I actually like the way that it goes a long way. Is this the kind of red that can make purple? Or is it gonna just make it brown? Okay, it kind of makes a dull purple. Brush is kind of weird. I don't know how I feel. I think it's even like a little bit broken from the package. Accordion style notebook? What? What? This is so... It's like a long... You see how messy my desk is? It's like a... That's so cool. Oh, this is a watercolor stick. More acrylic ink, aqua ink. Oh, I don't want to deal with more ink. Ecoline! I wish it was all Ecoline. Oh, another brush. I love getting brushes. Another one? They keep sending these Stadler. Oh! It's sparkly. Pearlescent watercolor pan. I can stick this in one of my Hudson Bay Blue. I can stick this in my watercolor palette. I like when they give us watercolors. Because I can just, like, if they're in pans like this, because I can just put it in my watercolor palette and use it. But when you get something like this, I'm like, where do I even store this? It's a watercolor stick. Where does it go? How do you even use that? How do you even make a drawing with that? Aqua ink. We got yellow. What's the color? It looks like yellow. Red and yellow. Wait, oh. So, I'm gonna get out my sketchbook and use these supplies in it and see if I can finish it or like start to finish it because it's almost done. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to be using these supplies and I'm almost done my sketchbook. It's the one I'm using is this Moleskine art sketchbook. It's square. And I really don't like it, and I'm so excited to move on from it to a better sketchbook because, as you'll see in me sketching in it and using a lot of these like water-based supplies, or even just the ink, this paper does not take ink. It's not meant for it, but I kept doing it just to like experiment because it's kind of fun to like have a paper that isn't supposed to take a certain supply, but you just like do it anyway and see what it looks like. It's really not meant for it. Marker is okay, but it bleeds through. And I really like using watercolor, and the fact that I just can't do it in the sketchbook was probably one of the reasons why I didn't fill up very fast, but let's be honest, the real reason is the fact that I was really busy with school and I just prioritized everything else above my sketchbook, and I've actually been sketching a lot lately since recording this and recording a video where I sketched in it to plan out a drawing. It's been really nice to like reunite myself with my sketchbook and just like actually draw for fun and try to improve. I've been doing some animal studies and I really want to draw more people and I want to get better and draw more things and just make really nice sketchbook pages. And if you want to see all of this, I will be posting all my sketches on Patreon. I scan it all and post it all. Like once a month or every couple of months. It just depends on how often I'm using it. But if you want to see all that, I have tons of Sketchbook scans over on my Patreon, and it's for like the mid-tier, so the Budgie and Greyhound, they both get to see it. So yeah, my Patreon will be there. And also June's package will be coming soon, I hope. I'm gonna start to think about it and plan it and draw it out. Trading cards should be coming soon, but that'll be once I hear back from some companies about quotes and pricing and how I'm gonna actually get the cards printed, but I'm very excited to get them printed. I'm really excited about the trading cards. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, just to like get them made, and a lot of them are already designed because I did a lot already. And then once I use up those and I have to design new ones, I think that's going to be a lot of fun too, because it's not going to be for an assignment. It's just going to be for fun. Not for fun, but it's just going to be for like Patreon and just making like something that I want for a project that I want to do. But I really like sketchbooks, and I always am like hesitant to, like, if I haven't sketched for a long time, I'm almost like afraid to start again, because I feel like it's just kind of hard to get back into. But once I start sketching more and more, I just only want to sketch more, and it just really helps everything else. It helps me almost like I'm always warmed up the more I draw. It just helps me get better faster, and sketchbooks are really, really good. And I have a big like stockpile of sketchbooks that I haven't been able to use, that I've just been accumulating because of gifts or working with a company that sent me some, or I bought one myself because I couldn't resist it, even though I have like 10 at home. Maybe I'll do a video where I select my next sketchbook. Would that be something people are interested in, where I show you all my sketchbooks and choose the next one? Or maybe I'll like put a poll on Patreon and be like, choose the next sketchbook I use. Actually, I think that would be pretty fun. I might actually do that. But the supplies in the sketch boxes, I actually did cancel Sketchbox. I'm not going to be doing it anymore. So this is the last one. I just don't really enjoy it anymore. It's kind of fun, but I honestly don't need any more art supplies, and I don't really want to focus on art supplies. I want to focus on actually drawing, because I have enough art supplies. It's kind of like not stressful, but it's a little overwhelming to get so many supplies that I probably am not going to use. So it might be nice to give some away sometime, because I just have lots of things that I'm not putting to use, and I think other people could put them to use. So I might do that. But one supply I really did like in this box was this chisel tip felt liner. It's like a flat edge, and it was really fun to try to do line art with it, because you can get really thick and thin lines. And just like using it to do outlines was a lot of fun. And all the markers were fun, even though I wish they were water-based. I know alcohol-based markers are just better for illustrating. They're smoother and nicer, but I wish they were water-based, because water-based stuff doesn't bleed through sketchbooks, except for in this sketchbook it does. It's not a good sketchbook. I don't know. I guess it's fine if you only do pencil work. It actually is quite nice for pencil, because I love a good smooth paper for pencil. But if you're gonna you can't do any wet media basically at all, except for gouache. But then you can't water down the gouache, because then it will just like rip up the paper. I don't know why. Like Moleskine is such a, it's like it seems like it's the be all and end all of sketchbooks, or like it just seems like a lot of people really like them. And I think they're good for some things, but they're not very versatile. Like you have to use like basically felt tip liners and like dry media and stuff, but it's such smooth paper that it's like not really the best for pastels and stuff. Like if you have the sketchbook, what kind of media do you use in it? Because honestly, I think pencil and colored pencil is like the best for this, but I really do like watercolor, so I don't know. And just like other like blank Moleskine notebooks, the paper's so thin, like you can't really do much on that at all. At least there's a lot of pages. And like, it's fine if it's thin paper. Like you can draw on anything. It doesn't have to be good quality. But the fact that Moleskine is so expensive, I just wonder why. Maybe I just don't understand how to use it properly. But this is not one of my favorite sketchbooks. It's fine though, but I don't think it's worth the price. I don't know. The binding is nice. I like how it sits flat, which is really important. But the paper quality could be better, I think. But again, for pencil crayon and pencil, I do really like it. It is pretty nice for that kind of stuff. So maybe I should have focused more on that instead of trying to force my way force watercolor onto the page, but I think it's fine. I had a lot of fun doing this like little sketchbook session. It was pretty fun. Like I drew some weird things, but also some, like I didn't really plan anything out. I was just kind of like doodling. I would call this doodling. But then I drew a cat that I liked because I looked at a photo, and I'm trying to learn how to draw cats better because I'm realizing that like I don't really know how to draw cats. Like I do, but I also don't. Like, how do their ears connect? I always draw their ears wrong, and their noses and their face is really flat, and that makes it difficult to tell what's happening. And cats are so fluffy, you can't see their anatomy. So I'm just excited to like practice and draw more stuff because improving is really exciting, and discovering new techniques is really exciting. That's one of my favorite things about art. I say it all the time. Improving and seeing your own progress is just like one of the coolest things in finishing projects. So I've done so many projects for school over the last few months, and I felt like I was stuck like doing that one style. And now that I'm done with all of them, I can kind of like try some other stuff and keep drawing the way I want to draw and explore other things and not be bound to a certain style because it has to be consistent for a project. But I had a lot of fun with this. I hope to do a lot more sketchbook videos and just kind of like draw and show you what I'm up to. And check out my Patreon if you do want to see like scans of this entire sketchbook so far. It should be there within the post. You just click sketchbook, I think, and then you can see all of my projects and sketches. So you might have to scroll a bit, but it is there. I really hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun sketching. I used like my favorite supplies from the box, and then some of my own supplies slowly near the end. I started to just like grab random stuff I had, but a lot of the random stuff I had was from other sketch boxes, but maybe I'll try a new subscription box, but I think I'm done with them for a bit. They're just not my favorite thing to do anymore. And I'm just excited to do other things. So I really hope this was a interesting video. I hope you enjoyed seeing me draw. I'm very excited to be almost done this sketchbook and just like have a fresh start. That's always so exciting. And I'll see you in my next video.